Good evening, everyone. The second-ranked Hancock Bulldogs have gone through some tough competition to get to the Division III hockey finals, including an overtime win over 17-time state champion Cranbrook in yesterday's semifinal. Today, the Bulldogs met fifth-ranked Grand Rapids Catholic Central at the USA Hockey Arena in Plymouth. Hancock is in the crimson sweaters. First period, Tommy Rendell's shot will be wide, but Brian Lepisto chases the puck down. He gets it to Jack Fenton. His blast is bounced off the goalie and trickles over the goal line to give the Bulldogs a 1-0 lead at 7-17. Less than 3 minutes later, Bulldogs are buzzing around the Cougar net again. Tanner Givens' drive is stopped, but the freshman Alex Nordstrom is there for the rebound and put back. It's 2-0 Hancock at 10:05. Grand Rapids Catholic Central had a power play late in the first period, but the Bulldogs created a 2-on-1 break. Nordstrom to Danny Hill, one-timer past Jacob McClendon. With just 18 seconds left, it's 3-0 Bulldogs after one. Cougars scored twice in the second. On the power play, Riley Richards' shot is deflected home by Chase Madden at 12:25. Bulldogs' lead is reduced to 3-2. Dawson Curo made several big saves in the third period. He had a total of 20. Finally, with just under a minute to go and the goalie pulled, Danny Hill and Teddy Rendell control the puck. Rendell finds Nordstrom for the insurance marker. 2 goals and an assist for the freshman. Hancock wins its second state hockey title by the score of 4-2. Congratulations to Coach Dan Rulo and his team for a dramatic state championship run, defeating Houghton, Sault Ste. Marie, Bloomfield Hills, Cranbrook, Kingswood, and Grand Rapids Catholic Central in the final 4 games. All 4 teams ranked in the top 11 in the state in Division III. The Bulldogs return to town tomorrow afternoon around 4 o'clock. Well, the Michigan Tech Huskies were hosting Alaska with a chance for the sweep. Alex Patan early in the first gets the Huskies early life. After missing, he gathered his own rebound, beats Jones for the goal. Game tied at 1. Later in the first period, the scoring continues. The shot's on target, but it's blocked, then bounced out. That goes to Reed Sturos, who goes top shelf for the goal. It's 2-1 Michigan Tech. On to the second period, and a bit of a confusing goal because 2 players look like they knock it in, but the puck goes to Alex Gillius to make it a 3-1 game. Joel Lesbron and Malcolm Gold also added goals for Michigan Tech in their 5-3 victory over Alaska, and they punched their ticket to the Final 5. Another WCHA scores. The Northern Michigan Wildcats fall to the Ferris State Bulldogs 5-2. Northern Michigan grabbed a 2-1 lead in the third, but 2 power play goals and 2 empty netters gave the Bulldogs the one-sided victory. Ferris State punches their ticket to the 2016 Final 5 tournament in Grand Rapids as well. Bowling Green defeated Bemidji State tonight 7-2 to force a deciding Game 3 that'll be played tomorrow. And Lake State fell last night, but tonight they beat the Mavericks 2-0 to force a Game 3 of their own tomorrow against the second seed Mavericks. The NMU women's hockey team, they fell to Minnesota Duluth today in double overtime in the ACHA playoffs. Caitlin Muehlbacher and Lauren Holfield scored for the Wildcats in the loss. Well, former members of the Marquette Redmen and the Marquette Electricians came together for a benefit hockey game at the Lakeview Arena. The teams came together for one common goal: to help raise money for Tim McIntosh. Tim McIntosh is a major supporter of the hockey in the UP and recently had major heart surgery and is recovering at UP Health Services Marquette. Today was to benefit him and medical costs after all he has done for the hockey scene.
Big fundraiser and big reunion for most of us out here. We got guys as far back as 35 years coming back to play. Show a little support for Tim McIntosh, and yeah, just all for a great cause.
The hard effort he put in at the rink, he's here from 8 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night every Saturday, Friday, Saturday night. He's be here 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The locker rooms are set up for you. I mean, when you get a little bit older, you look back at it and you're like, wow, that guy really worked his butt off for you. And he definitely deserves the showing that he got here today.
Redmond Electrician alums helped bring out a crowd and raise a significant amount of money for Tim McIntosh. Escanaba was taking on the host Monroe team in the Bantam State Tournament after beating Westland 5-1. Scoreless game when Braden Reinhardt steals the puck at center ice, skates in and scores. It's 1-0 Hawks. Next, Monroe trying to mount some offense, but there's the big defensive hit which neutralizes the rush. Hawks still lead 1-0. Next, off the face-off, the puck comes back to line. It's sent toward the front off the net, and there's big Daniel Martin to direct it home. Escanaba led 3-0, and the Hawks beat the host team 6-1 to advance to the state semifinals tomorrow morning. It will be a Uper Bowl between Escanaba and St. Ignace, who beat St. Clair Shore 6-1 tonight. So it'll be Escanaba and St. Ignace in one semifinal tomorrow. More scores from that Bantam B tournament. More scores from St. Ignace. They defeated Mount Pleasant 4-2 in their first game and defeated Farmington Suburban 5-1. In the Midget State Tournament, Munising defeated Southgate 5-2, but fell to host Livona 8-4. They will compete in the semifinals tomorrow against a St. Ignace team as well. In girls under 19 AA hockey, the Marquette Sentinels defeated Grand Rapids 9-0 and faced St. Clair Shores in the late game. The Sentinels defeated St. Clair Shores 7-2. They advanced to the championship game tomorrow at 2:15 against Westland. Also in under 19 girls hockey score in Alpena, Marquette M-Bank defeated Alpena 2-0, and they tied Midland, but they will be in the semifinals as well.